Oh yeah. I mean, boy might have figured this shit out. Possibly. Nice. Seems to be good. All right, all right. I wonder if anyone's in the chat this late. I'm sure some of you fuckers are. Pop that Zin one time. Oh shit. I guess this is like more really what a real streamer does. Oh yeah, what's up, Jerome? How'd I know? Notifications working, audio board working. Shit, son. Yeah, this is just a test right now. Presumably, all that shit sounds good. Motherfucker. Ha ha ha. Nice. Sounds way better. Good, dude. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, man. What's happening? What's happening? Yeah, I got this shit figured out. I think I got it figured out. Now I got to like reaccommodate some stuff though. Keep the backdrops all good. But yeah, it's a motherfucking 12:45 a.m. It was Friday. I guess now it's Saturday. But that's me playing my damn self, dude. About to go to bed. Oh man, go to sleep, dude. You don't gotta listen to me babble. Nah, I'll just be fucking around for a couple minutes anyway. Cause that's what happens when you're spiraling in the morning, when you're fucking late like an idiot, and you're just making sure you check the boxes and get shit done. Which I guess that's the good part, right? What'd you call it this morning, bro? You called it dream chasing? Yeah. Can't chase the dream if you don't show up. Now, part of that is the fucking 75 hard. Part of that is the operator standard and doing all these tasks and all those things. And as it turns out this morning, dude, I ended up missing the gym. By the time I fucking left, I didn't have enough time to get the 45 minutes in. Not without being super late to work. And on a Friday, that's kind of a bad move. You know, I can get away with it, even though I shouldn't get away with it throughout the fucking normal course of events. You know, I shouldn't. I have a bad habit of just casually strolling into work late. And that's a mixture of entitlement and kind of like the culture. You know, if you can't beat them, join them. No one wants to join them, but like, fuck, dude, it just kind of, you know what I mean? It just be like that sometimes. So yeah, I missed the gym this morning. Worked from 10 till about 9 or so. Still had to work out, had to get the 75 hard 45-minute workout one in. Part of that though is there has to be 3 hours in between the two workouts. It's meant to be inconvenient. It's meant to be not, you can't do them simultaneous. You can't just jump from one to the other. 3 hours in between is the rule. So if I got that workout in right around 9:10, I started. 3 hours from starting that would be 1:10, but I'm pretty sure the rule is more about when you finish. So 9:55 worked out till about 10. Chest and arms on Friday. A fine Friday chest and arms session, might I add. But yeah, so I gotta wait till fucking another 10 minutes or so to go throw that weighted vest on and go roaming. Fucking late. Played myself, dude. It's the shit I talk about all the time, man. And while I'm at it, I'm like, dude, I got my readings done. You know, I got groceries bought and shit. It's nice to not have to rush, even though it's super late, fucking just dumb hours. And I'm gonna be suffering tomorrow for it. But whatever. You know, I had time to figure this shit out. And it seems to be working. So big ups in the chat. Yeah, buddy. Back to that music. Yeah, the pads are working and shit. Sounds good. I can kind of see when it clips. It was a gain issue this morning. Dude, I listened back. That shit was a bitch. And I was just pissing and bitching and moaning. Ah, it sucks. But anyway, part of also 75 hard is this big fucking bottle of water. 2 of these a day, gallon of water. And the day is not ending at midnight. The way I understand it, the day ends when my day ends. If I had to be up till fucking 3 a.m., so be it. That's what happens. That's what happens. And I have a choice, just like I had a choice last night when I was out roaming in the cold, in the dark. Quit, start over at day one, not if I don't have to. You know what I mean? Not if I don't have to. I'm fucking kind of spiraling, Jerome. Thanks for being a real one. Jerome, right. You are the realest one of all the friends of the Hannas, dude. On this casual PM with Hannas. That's me, by the way. So I'll save this one. I'll throw it on the cast. Fuck it. Just banging out content, dude. I feel like I'm a real streamer all of a sudden. The whole doing it at night, the shady room, the way I look in the screen with the sunglasses on and shit. It's like a whole different vibe right now. Maybe one day when I graduate to being a full time podcaster, Sigma Grind said, yeah, buddy. Broicism out here in this motherfucker, dude. Ah, man. Yeah, dude, it is what it is, though. The grind is real. And I'll tell you this, I was a bitch all day today. I was a bitch all day. When I don't work out in the morning, bro, I get fucking just like I'm lethargic. I'm tired. I'm all right. I need to come to terms with the fact I'm just like dumb. I like to think I'm smart, man. I really, really do. I really do. And I have so much of my identity latched into the fact that I perceive myself to be intelligent, but I need to just come to terms with the fact that I'm a fucking dummy. Cause this is just the way that it is, dude. So I got this new device. I can't figure out how to use it. Okay. So I have these projects I'm doing miscellaneous and I'm hanging out with my friends. Well, smart people don't fucking the first step is admitting it. That's right. Smart people, knowing they have things to do the next day, don't hang out building figurines with their friends, no matter how cool they may be, no matter their AP potential and their wound fucking slinging and shit. Smart people, when they have things to do the next day that they claim to value, don't hang around until almost midnight and fucking build gray knights to smite the tyrannid scum of the universe, to crush the Xenos, and then go out into 18-degree weather and fucking walk and look at the stars and put some weight on the smart people don't do that, right? And then as a compound effect of that, get up in the morning, hit snooze, bitch. Do smart people hit snooze? Maybe sometimes, but I know who also does. Bitches, soft motherfuckers. Oh, dude, it drives me nuts. And then here I am doing the same dumb shit that I hate. And I guess it's like, I guess it's really just we don't fucking live in the ideal, idealism, idealist. Living one's ideals out is the hardest fucking thing in the world. That's what I'm finding, dude. And I'm trying. Now, do I lose sight of things that I do well? Probably, because it doesn't matter in that moment when it's like, dude, I'm a fucking dumb motherfucker. So then I go to cook some rice at work. I bought a box of rice, right? That like shit you put and it's in a bag. You just boil some water, throw the bag in there, boom. 10 minutes later, you got some white rice in this motherfucker. I was gonna make that shit, throw some beef in there, some hot honey sauce. You know what I mean? Some Frank's Red Hot, some A1, maybe just a nice big protein bowl. And I go to boil this water, and then I move something, and this whole fucking pot, it wasn't boiling, but this whole fucking pot of water just spills everywhere. And all my cooks are laughing at me. They're looking at me like, dude, again? Like, come on, Butterfingers. You're the fucking, you're the boss. What are you doing? I'm like, fuck, dude. They're right. Man, they're right. And it just triggers me, dude. It just triggers me. It makes me feel like, oh, what? That's appropriate too. Late night hours, but more of a, yeah, yeah, dude. I wasn't giving, thank you. I appreciate that, homie. Give myself some grace, my man Jerome says, and I appreciate that. I turn into that spiral because then I'm looking around, bro. There's this some dude in the burger joint, like brought his whole order with him into the bathroom, and I'm like sweeping the floor, trying to clean it up before nighttime dinner rush and shit. And I was just aghast. I'm aghast. What's that old saying, dude? You're the average of the five people you hang out with the most, and you are your surroundings, and who you surround yourself with is da 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 so on. I'm like, brother, man, maybe it's just taking a toll on me. Evidently it is. Evidently it is, but maybe it's just one of those days. To quote the great Saint Frederick of House Durst, the original Red Hat, might I add. You know what I mean? I guess it was just like that, dude. So I'm just like, fucking A. Now I'm stuck waiting all night. But I guess these things pan out for the better oftentimes, huh? If you can just trust it and just fucking let it do its thing. You get fucked up days. I guess that, it's paradoxical. It's paradoxical. Dumb people don't actually realize they're dumb. Smart people don't think that they're smart. Like all these aphorisms. And then I find myself, I'm like taking trash out. I watch, yeah, like I'm slinging up glizzies all day, watching motherfuckers wipe cheese sauce out their beards and shit, spilling water, you know, fucking just sullen, just irritated and tired. Like I need to lift in the morning. I need to get that fucking high thumos activated, just sick pump, and then go fully charged. I guess working out is tiring for a lot of people if they're not in the practice of it, but considering I'm an enthusiast and I rip it every day, you know what I mean? It's like it just charges that battery up so then I can get to work and just fucking get after it. I wasn't getting after it today. I was in defeat. Stream sounded like shit. I was just pissing and moaning. I'm still kind of pissing and moaning, but at least I'm being philosophical about it with my faculties about me, you know? Just a bad start all the fuck around. And then just doing the thing, and I'm just haphazard and my work, besides me being stupid and being a butterfingers idiot and then getting all tripping on myself. Yeah, it is what it is. Being an emo bitch is no good, but fucking whatever. Did the shit get done? Yep. Yep. Shit always gets done. Don't leave things undone. And I guess that's the point of all this stuff. I guess that's the point when I'm shivering my balls off and fucking just coldness, you know, coldness last night. I don't really care how cold it is in the northern skirts of Canada or Greenland, dare I say, when I'm fucking cold by myself. The only idiot walking around my neighborhood with some weight on them just to get that fucking burn, just to get that workout in. Up and down hills, freezing. Thinking to myself, I gotta be just like, what am I doing? you know? So yeah, I'm taking trash out today, wondering what the fuck I'm doing. I forget what even started it, but then I'm thinking like, man, and I have this affinity for being politically oriented. I must be dumb, dude. like, I should be worried about these glizzies and this floor and not spilling water every fucking where. I should be worried about not tripping on myself. I should be worried about getting up on time and fucking doing things well and correctly. I should be worried about so many more things pertinent to the life that I'm living instead of these dickheads in suits with American flag lapels on their suits that they don't represent or embody any values about. Fuck these people. Yet I'm so concerned with it because then I'll pull my phone out real quick and it's like, what's going on? Did we bomb Iran yet? What? And I'm just like, dude, that's the mark of the idiot. Yeah, good night, dude. Appreciate you hanging out. I'm not gonna be here much longer. Another couple minutes or so. Like I said, man, went right into monologue mode. I'm in streaming mode. But yeah, dude, I'll talk to you soon, homeboy. Appreciate you. Keep it real, Mr. Jerome. But yeah, dude. So this is titled the Friday night test stream. Just because I wanted to test it out, had some time to kill. Evidently, it's all good. It's a Rode Streamer X that was gifted to me. And whatever happened, I've loaded it up Wednesday night. Was it Wednesday? I think it must have been Wednesday. Thursday. Yeah, Wednesday night. I loaded it up and it was working all good. And I'm like, yeah, we'll have no problems. I'll be able to get right to it come Friday. Then I tested out late last night after building some figurines. Yeah, like I'm building figurines and listening to Creed and drinking Ghost energy drinks with my homies while the world's burning. Can't you see what's going on? And the ah, and I'm just like building something. I guess that's, I guess that's the right place to be. Fuck it. Yeah, I mean, but I went to test this shit last night. And it was perfect. And then this morning it was all fucked up. So I figured I'd have some time and check this shit out. Different energy at night for sure. Different energy, especially late night like this. But, it's all good, dude. 75 hard is just fucking this is the point of it, I suppose. I guess that's why I do it. This will be the fourth time I'm doing it, and it makes you wonder, why do you do it all the time? Shouldn't you do it? Is it something you just do once and absorb all the lessons correctly? I don't know. Get reps just because it's a longer period. One session of 75 hard is just it's a single rep when you extend that to the whole length of life. And what do they talk about? Mental fortitude, mental toughness, grit, determination, discipline, self-worth, all that shit. I'm fucking slacking. I think that's why I started doing it again. Holidays brought the slack out. I still got things done. I still be getting shit done, but it's not as close to that. I guess you can't reach the ideal. I guess by definition, that is idealism. It only exists in the ideal. Can't be actualized. Maybe sometimes it'll manifest itself in a correct way through actions and all that shit. You do something, you plot it, you plan it, you execute on it, bang, 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 wham, bam. Thank you, ma'am. And the shit gets done exactly as you'd hoped it would ideally. But when it comes to living, man, every moment, make an ideal moment over the stretch of an hour, over the stretch of a week, a month, lifetime, and shit. That is what seems to be the main fucking goal. That seems to be the main goal. And I guess I'm so dialed in on it, trying to be dialed in on it at least. And some of that comes out in fucking YouTube. So to anyone out here listening and fucking, there's people that listen. My homies fucking jump in the chat. I appreciate you guys. It's all those cats that'll look at the shorts because I'll be posting YouTube shorts. I'll clip them up from every show and, try and get some attention. Pay attention to me. Pay attention to me. Here, pay attention to this. To anyone out there that's checking this shit out randomly or stumbles upon it, welcome to it. The whole premise of this show typically in its current iteration is I'll wake up and I'll take a nice walk. I'll read some good stuff, dude. I'll talk to the people, whoever them people may be. Then I'll leave here and go lift weights and go to work. And I fucking blew it today. So I think I'm just tripping on that. I'm tripping on a poor execution. It was an execution, but not a great one. It's like playing a gig. Yeah, we played the show. I tried to give it my all, but was the energy not there? Was it just not hitting correctly? Was it, there's all types of variables, but you keep swinging the fucking bat. The minute if you're gunning for a home run, you might blow your fucking shoulder out, dude. You know, you might strike out thousands of times. So they say, and I'm finding all these cliches to always be true. I'm finding them all to always be true, man. And for what it's worth, man, to anyone out there just checking this shit out, like I said, I've been playing guitar I'm 33 years old. Been playing guitar since I was like 12 or 13. Been playing in bands since I was like 16, 15. Yeah, like 16, 17. And I got more fucking eyeballs on my shit, on my face, just by posting out of context clips of me spiraling on YouTube. So yeah, I'll keep doing that. Maybe a couple of y'all like some music, man. Maybe a couple of y'all like something. I don't hate my job. Sometimes I do, but motherfucker, you think you're special? Everyone's like that, dude. I'm just out here living. I'm out here being a real person in a world that seems to be growing more and more synthetic. And even though I strive for idealism, happy, good attitude, positive thinking every day, I'd like to have a joyful demeanor. I'd like to be grateful 24/7. These are muscles that got to be exercised, man. And I guess when they're fatigued or cramped, it just maybe that's why they call it a cramp in your style. You sin, you miss the mark or whatever. So, shit, let me just keep going, dude. Keep ripping is what I like to say. Keep swinging the bat, some have said. Keep showing up, others have said. You know, keep hammering, others said. Hopefully, keep ripping isn't too derivative of that. Shout out Cam Hanes. That's a bad motherfucker. There's all types of bad motherfuckers on the internet. There's all types of bad motherfuckers on the internet, dude. and I'm just out here trying to do my thing. It's real easy to hate on people who get online and just talk. It's just a podcaster. That some of these guys are extraordinarily industrious, and I'm reading this book. The Radicalism of the American Revolution, Gordon Wood. And even though I still have my brain is kind of attached to the idea of the gentleman class, the aristocracy, the conflict that I'm thinking about when I try to identify with what I'm reading, right? So there's all types of people that are born into something and they're defined by their lot in life, but not the upper class, not the elites. They're measured by who they are, not what they do. And that's like just history, and that mirrors a lot of these motherfuckers today too. That's why they look down on us, the meaner sorts, the plebeians, the mob, the unruly. It's a fascinating thing to me because it's instilled into us with this propaganda is the idea you can be something bigger than what you are. Fuck how you're born. Motherfuckers born in the ghetto turn into superstars and change their whole lives and then change their whole family's lives, you know, for whatever machination. Maybe they just claim the notoriety. Maybe they claim fame. Maybe they claim respect. Maybe they claim contribution, crave all that shit and just get after it and fucking do something. Upward mobility, I believe, is the term they use. Maybe it's just American propaganda, you know? Maybe it's just the propaganda of the Maxwell chokehold on our information system, weaponized ways of thinking, just to keep them crabs in that bucket just thinking they can get out. Maybe, but motherfuckers get out. You know, I spent my whole life drinking beer, smoking weed, playing guitar, working hard, working hard, but that's the mark of an idiot. Working so hard with little to show for it. I'd like to think on a good day, at least I got character, at least I got some wisdom, dare I say, at least I got something to say, something to teach, something to learn. Shit, I went to college to be an English teacher. Now I'm flipping burgers. If that don't make you an idiot, if that don't make you stupid, but I'm still working on the mixtape, right? I'm still working on the next music piece. Now I'm a YouTuber too. Ooh, now I'm a podcaster too. Ooh, it depends on the fucking attitude. It depends on your perspective. A negative perspective, a fucked up, jaded, cynical, agitated, pissed off, self-induced negative spiraling downwards perspective, that'll make all that shit, that makes yourself your biggest fucking enemy. That's where I was today, dude. Thinking about myself like, you fucking dummy. Who the fuck do you think you are? That's not the place to be. That ain't the place to be, dude. And I guess not everyone fucking suffers from that. Maybe it's neuroticism. Maybe I also think shit, it must have just been all that time smoking weed and drinking beers and putting powders in my nose. Maybe I just made myself like deficient, But I got about 2.5 years sober now. So maybe it's just the reacclimation process. Maybe it's just the reacclimating and re-civilizing myself and, what I mean, slowly crawling out of hell, slowly just rebuilding the compounding effects of chronic bad decision making. That's probably it. And I guess I care. I guess it's a good thing to be that something. Yeah, I don't know, man. Now I'm fucking just pontificating about nothing. But that's all right. That's all right. That's the whole point of this. Like I've said many times too, I'll come out here on YouTube and there's like so many just inspirational, fucking helpful, useful people. And a lot of those big dogs say that there's not a there's no real difference. There's no real difference between that man and the next man except for what they do, except for how they act, except for their inputs over a long enough period of time. You want to be successful. Who the fuck says you get to determine the paradigms of your own success, especially early on? You know, I find this to be creative, I guess expressive. I try not to think of it as just a journal. I try not to think of it as a diary. I try not to think of it as much of anything. It's kind of like radio. I make music. I mean, I got a lot of music too. I always making more. So why not have talk? Why not make it like a, radio, my own fucking radio? I'm my own Grand Theft Auto character. Is that main character syndrome? Yeah, motherfucker. Welcome to the Hannas verse. Shit. Yeah. Be Hannas Radio. You want some talk? There's plenty of lots of motherfucking content of me just running my mouth. And it's exploratory. It's something I didn't think I'd ever do, but something I always wanted to do. And I guess that's a good thing, right? There's bad motherfuckers on the internet that just say create, do something, get after it. Just try, just try, just try. You know, what kind of bad motherfuckers are there on the internet to talk about that shit? You know, who the fuck do I really like? I really fucking Andy Frisella, I think, is the baddest fucking dude on the internet. Hugely influential. That old school era Wes Watson helped me fucking get sober. Hugely influential. Who knows what the fuck that dude's doing now, but not my place to judge, not my place to hate. That era from fucking like 2020, not 2019 to 2023, Wes Watson is like gold, bro. You know, some Bedros Cooley, and these guys got a lot of really helpful things to say. Rogan, Chad Wright, you know, this whole fucking sphere of people. Of course, it gets slandered and besmeared and besmirched and mischaracterized and told that it's something it's not by the enemies out here, by the adversary. But I can listen to men talk, fucking men that have done bigger things than me. What's that old saying? On the shoulders of giants, on the shoulders of the fucking elite. Now, who determines the elite? Would that be John Adams? Would that be George Washington? Would that be Benjamin Franklin? Would that be, you know, John Lawrence and all these old dudes? They were all the aristocratic class back in the day. It's fascinating. So where do I land in all this? Where do I lie? You know what I mean? So I don't know. But I guess it's a good thing. But I tell people, you know, how much of this is also me just saying shit I need to hear. You know, I had a fucked up day and was going about doing my not even a fucked up day. Everything was good. Just up in my brain. Up in the brain, it's all fucked up. You know? And I wonder how much of that's just what do artists deal with? I wonder how many, yeah, I don't have the perspective of somebody who's not a creator. I don't have the perspective of somebody who doesn't build or attempt to etch things into permanence through a multimodal approach. And if that includes talking a little bit, shit, I'm cool with that. I'm very cool with that. Listen to a lot of suicidal tendencies growing up. Still do. You know, Psycho Mike Muir, You Can't Bring Me Down. Yeah, man. You know what? Like, call me crazy. You're the one eating fucking Fruit Loops on your front porch or whatever the fuck he says. You know? Suicidal for life, baby. Yeah, it's just like that. Sometimes it's just like that. But now I'm meandering. I had a bunch of things I was thinking about, but fuck it. Flow state. A much better flow state than this morning. So to any of my people that find this shit later on, want to check it out. Hey, one love. I appreciate you. I'll catch up with you soon. But I guess for me, I got about this much water. How much is in here? Yeah, a lot of water to drink. About to go throw that weighted vest on, patrol the neighborhood. Go walk and ponder in the dark and the cold, which is all good. It's sometimes I get downloads that way too. Keep swinging, keep hammering, all that good shit. I like to say personally, you know, fucking just keep ripping. Just keep ripping, dude. Blessed with a lot of musicians, a lot of musician friends around me. We all kind of came from the same spaces. And after X amount of years, not everyone's still playing for whatever reason. And, you know, one love to all those cats too, but I never stopped. We used to have a song in my whole band called Never Stop. That was the ethos, that was the credo. Just don't stop, stay loaded, we used to say for the double entendre of it. We looked at it like, I looked at it at least like that loaded mind. Like, yeah, we're all fucked up. We're all degenerates. We're all just drinking and getting after it in this regard, in this way, in a fallen state, to be sure. But to me, it was like, you know, I got that loaded blues, man. That load is heavy sometimes. You got to bear it nonetheless. So you fucking never stop. Just keep going. And I'm still playing. I'm getting the dividends on that investment, that decision, that conscious, congruent choice that I've made to be. It comes with pain, I guess. It comes with fucking side spirals. I guess it comes with, agitations, but ultimately, I guess that's growth, you know? So that's a mission of mine. That's a mission of mine. Just keep ripping, whatever it may be, dude. Just keep fucking ripping. And as I stand right now, it's just ripping that heavy blues metal, dude. Very simple, very simple. Heavy is the weight, heavy is the load. But the blues is that resilience. The blues is that persistence, and metal is the attitude. Metal is the discipline. Summarizes a lot of what the fuck I'm trying to turn myself into. But, anyway, 1:12 in the morning on a fine Friday slash Saturday. Super late PM. Be honest. Well, I guess it's kind of a GM too. It's kind of a good morning. Kind of a good morning. Growth mindset, whatever. Whole lot of BS, whole lot of bullshitting. But, been spitting también, you know what I mean? Comprende? Ha. Yeah, I'm fucking done with this shit. Yeah, man. Thanks for hanging out. Whoa, where's my button at? That one works. Where's my air horn? No air horn now? That works. Bum, bum, bum. That's all right. Yeah, I'm gonna rock out of here, man. Thanks for hanging out. It's fine. Fine edition of BS with Behannes. That's me. I call myself Nikki Behannes, by the way. 32 minutes later. Nikki Behannes here on YouTube at BS with Behannes on YouTube. I'll send this one out to Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, anywhere you find podcasts. BS with Behannes. You can find me there. You can find some music, heavy blues metal, as I just eloquently described. NikkiBehannes.com, NikkiBehannes.bandcamp.com, Nikki Behannes on all streaming services. You want to support the mission? You can do it on Bandcamp. Download my music, play it loud, pay what you want. I don't believe in paywalls. Go to patreon.com/Nikki Behannes. If you want to support the mission in that regard, you'll see a nice condensed feed of all my creative output, my discography, so on and so forth. Will the air horn work? The air horn's not working. That's fucked up. Anyway, keep it real, everybody. One love. Outro music. I'm out. Later.